Yeah. Yeah. Right. So north nodes and south nodes.
Oh, blimey. Right. Okay. There's a point in the horoscope called the North Node, and the opposite point is the South Node. These were introduced to Western astrology by Madame Blavatsky, the founder of the Theosophical Society, who on her journeys in India discovered, looking at Vedic astrology, she found this concept of karma and reincarnation as symbolized by the North Node in the horoscope. And she brought it back to the UK and started bringing this idea of karma and reincarnation into Western astrology. And that stuck around until very recently. It's still valid in the eyes of most astrologers. But I've done some work on this. For a start off, I've read the entire writings of Isis Unveiled, both volumes that thick. I've read the whole thing.
Wow.
I'm never going to do that again.
No, I bet.
The idea of the North Node in Vedic astrology and in most forms of Western astrology talks of karma, whereas the ways you influence this, way you behave in this life will influence your next life, or the way you behaved in your last life indicates why you're like this in this life. At the time that I realized astrology was not an it, but it is what I call a she, I realized that there's no such thing as death. It's just a transition of consciousness. You switch dimensions. And I thought, well, if there's no death, then there's life before birth and life after death. Therefore, that knocks the concept of reincarnation firmly on the head. Therefore, karma, as we've been led to believe it, is just yet another religious guilt trip. You must be a good person, otherwise you go to hell. That's what priests have said to us for thousands of years. So instead, I shifted the emphasis from external guilt, blame, or judgment into internal judgment of oneself, and suggested that the North Node in this day and age stands for words like mission statement, purpose, and reason why you volunteered to come to planet Earth in the first place. So to those of you who have a little bit of astrological knowledge, look at the sign of the zodiac and the house of the zodiac that your North Node is in, find the key words that pertain to that sign and house, and there you'll have the bare bones of why you volunteered to come to this planet in the first place, what your mission statement is. Now, that's my take on it. I might be completely wrong, but I don't think I am.
No. I think you've had a few years of experience, like you say, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. And if I'm deluding myself, I'm happy in my delusions.
And why not? Right. So
can I ask a question?
Put your hand up.